Hello, everybody. It's Monday. It's 7 p.m. here in Texas, and it's time for the Most Metal Monday Night. I'm your host, Robb Zipp, and tonight, coming to us from Lexington, Kentucky, we have Wolfstar. Welcome to the show, dudes.
Welcome. Thank you.
Man.
What's up?
What's up? Did you like all that little introduction there?
Yeah, my man. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the Three Wolf Moon behind us.
Yes, magnificent.
I saw that. I thought it was what I thought it was. I want to make sure I was correct, though.
Yeah, so I'm more of a lone wolf. So I got the trippy one man wolf pack shirt. It's also from the mountain, so it's not like a bootleg. It's legit.
Yeah.
Wolf shirt. But
Wolves present.
right. So
Two wolves, same lawn chair.
so I had to, three wolves. One, yeah, sure. So I had to represent for you guys the Wolfstar. Wolfstar. Nice, man. So I gotta say, I'm actually hearing a little bit of echo, but I think it'll cancel itself out. So when I was looking up Wolfstar on like YouTube, and I found some like weird like Harry Potter fan fiction stuff.
Yeah.
So is that what you guys are named after?
No. Nothing that cool.
Nothing. No, not that cool.
Nothing that cool.
Sam, do you want to explain it, man? You
Yeah. It was sort of like a little generic term in one of my favorite tabletop not role playing game, but tactical games, Warhammer 40,000, and it was like it's got a good ring to it. Not very genre specific, and it was just one of those cases. We were just like crossing it. Everyone just threw out like a band name possibility. We crossed it down. Voted it, and when I did some Google research, specifically a Metallica Encyclopedium that goes in there, I thought, okay, let's go with that. And that's how it stuck.
Very cool, guys. So one thing that I always do that I forgot to do today is share to a bunch of groups. So I'm doing that now.
cool.
And I'm actually if you saw the little commercial, so you guys saw the commercials at the beginning.
Yep.
One was for Liquid Death.
Yeah.
I'm a death peddler, so I have an affiliate promo code. If you use the code Most Epic Show on liquiddeath.com, that's what I'm drinking right now.
Yeah, man.
You'll save 10% on your purchase. So here,
oh man, the ad sold me immediately. I've not seen the ad. I've heard of the product. I've never seen the ad. So when I saw the animation style, I was like, "This is going to be great."
Yeah, it's the same artist that did the Mr. Pickles cartoon.
Yeah, I love Mr. Pickles.
Yeah,
it reminds me of some of these old what they call like the Hard and Heavy. It's kind of like a video magazine, and they kind of like have like cartoons, between all the band videos and interviews.
Yeah.
I'm trying my right there.
I know what I've been for already there.
Yeah, I don't remember that. So I'm gonna put this on this group too. Some of these groups you have to be approved. So some of this stuff might show up later, but that's okay. So I was saying, so I've got Liquid Death. I'm an affiliate. I've got an affiliate deal with them, and then I'm using StreamYard to do this broadcast. And StreamYard is awesome. You can stream to. I'm streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter,
Hell yeah.
Facebook, and what I'm doing right now, which I apologize, I should have done this when we were waiting to go on, but I'm sharing this to all these different Facebook groups I'm a member of. So hopefully more people will be able to see what Wolfstar is all about.
Yeah, man.
We appreciate that.
Now you guys are how long have you guys been around?
I think Sam has been in the group the longest, and I came into the band probably like what 5 years ago, Sam? It's about
around that ballpark, because the inception kind of began 5.5 years ago when I got new house, and now that okay, I'm no longer sharing a wall or a floor with anybody, and I got like an extra bedroom that could work as a band space. I could finally kind of like work up a band from scratch. And like I said, it started off with me, our first drummer Marty Hahn, then we had Michael Jeremy Stevens, and then we had one guy David Brenton, and we had this one guy as a singer, but he had some personal issues really early on. So it was just us for about a year trying to find a singer. We were pretty much open to any type, whether it was an actual singer, a screamer, or a growler. And it was just whoever came along, it was just we either passed on them or they passed on us. And then I think it was just about a little more than a year that, I just happenstance ran into the two guys at a Ren Fair.
Yeah, he's actually the one.
Ren Fair.
Yeah, man, we were hanging out. By the way, we're all huge nerds.
Yeah, massive nerds actually.
We were hanging out in one of the pubs that was at the local Ren Fair, and I see this guy with an Amon Amarth shirt on. It was Sam, and I was like, they had just played that year in Louisville, and I was at that show. They were playing with Goat Whore. It was awesome. So I see this guy with an Amon Amarth shirt on. I'm like, that's a metalhead. Yeah. Hey, man, did you see that show? And he was like, yeah. And we started talking music, talking shop. And he was like, I'm looking for a vocalist right now. And I was like, well, I know a dude. I introduced him to Dom. And so Dom starts practicing with them and stuff. And they start practicing. I go to a couple of their shows, and, check them out. I really like what they're doing. I went to a couple of their practices. And about that time, their bassist was getting ready to move out of state up to the Cincinnati region. And they were like, well, we're looking for a bassist. And they were like, let me introduce you to a guy.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got involved.
Sorry.
It's all good, man.
There we go. I was trying to do that and I did something else. There we go.
Oh, man, it's all good.
What was actually funny too is I remember you and me talking about I was like, man, I don't know, because at the time I had been pushing through a lot of bands. I sang I tried out singing for a country rock band because I'm from the sticks, so it really don't make no difference what the music is to me. I'll try it out if I feel it. And then it was a other smaller rock band way out in Pert near Western Kentucky. And I was like, man, I don't know. I guess I don't know if music's gonna happen. Maybe I'll do my own thing. And then finally, I'm sitting there talking with him about it. And he's like, if you don't go for it, I'm going for it. So one of us is trying this out.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, okay, I've got nothing to lose. I want to shoot for this. And I mean, these guys sound pretty cool. So let me go for it. And sure enough, well,
we're here now.
Here we are. Here we are on doing this interview right now together.
Yeah.
Pretty wild too.
And then we just picked up John House, our newest drummer. He's played with bands that we've played with local shows and stuff for a while. And then when Marty left, for personal reasons, and he was just ready to do more with family and all that, he approached John and was like, hey, would you be willing to take my spot? And we had him come in, and immediately we had that click, and we've been running with it since. So that's how we kind of got to our current lineup for sure.
Which we talked to him about doing collaborations before too, and that's kind of one of the big things for this band is collaboration is like one of the things we've always kind of pushed for, because in our scene, it's almost, oh, hi there. Sorry, my cat's decided she wanted to be on the internet too.
Oh yeah, you'll see one of mine for sure at one point.
Nice.
But we've kind of always liked really working together with a lot of the people from around here, just because the community is, I mean, it's fairly hush hush. Like, I didn't even realize that there was like a fairly big community in Lexington. Like, I moved up here from Huntington, and out there's like a very small scene for a lot of this stuff. When I came out here, I couldn't find anything either. And then sure enough, like, I started meeting all these bands and they're doing shows. Yeah. And so we talked to John and we're like, hey man, we should do some like collaborative work sometime. You know, your group get together with our group, do some songs or something like that. Like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Let's do that. So when Marty told us that John was who he got a hold of, we were really excited to work with him. And then sure enough, he clicked immediately.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you guys know Laura. She says her and Felicity say hi.
Oh yeah,
what's up, Laura?
Hey, Laura.
Very cool. Welcome to the show.
It's another one of our Ren Fair friends.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, man.
Awesome.
I was big into the Ren Fair down here, but there was just a bunch of garbage going on.
Yeah.
You know, there's always, you know, within any kind of scene or whatever, there's always some kind of drama.
There's
Right.
No matter what it is, there's always drama.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I also saw too where Jules White, Effigy of Hate, gave us some love out there too. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I know they used to be label mates with you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys are on Misanthropik Records.
Yep.
Also based in Kentucky.
Yep.
I actually worked with Amanda to get you guys on the show, and her and Eric were big fans of you guys.
Oh yeah.
So
awesome.
they were really looking forward to.
Yeah.
It's my wife.
That's your wife.
Yeah.
and then she tagged somebody else.
Awesome.
That's
So
awesome.
there you go. So I'm glad the friends and family of the Wolfstar are watching you guys right here.
We're definitely a very supportive friends and family for sure. You know,
That's really
they are our backbone for sure.
Yeah.
that's really good, man. That's what you need when you're starting out and everything. So yeah, I was talking about your. I'm sorry. I took a nap before this, and now I'm just like, wake up, dude.
Big mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to excuse me. My missus is being cute as well.
Is that your missus there?
No, she's actually in the room with me.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Brittany?
Hey, Brittany.
What's going on? Hey, Sis. That's my sister.
That's right. Yeah.
It's your sister. Nice.
Oh yeah, there she is waving in the background.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah.
Literally.
We have Misanthropic Torment.
Awesome. Yeah.
And
Grief Metal.
oh, yeah. Also, this beer goes out to the late Alexi Leho.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have. Why did I not start off with that?
Man,
My goodness.
Oh yeah, that's.
I got into work this morning at like 5:30, and I always sit down and try to look through my emails and read the news while I'm eating breakfast. And that was the first thing that popped up, and I was like, "You have got to be kidding me!"
Oh yeah,
already.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah. No, we have honestly really been blessed to have a lot of really, really good support from our friends and our family. It's really like it's been fantastic.
That's my parents.
There you go.
My dad.
There you go. So we can't say anything. We can't say anything too embarrassing. We've got your parents watching.
Oh, it's my job and great pleasure to do so.
So you guys got so you guys are on Misanthropic Records.
Yeah.
You guys have like 3 songs on Spotify right now.
Yep.
Banging tunes. And so are you guys are working on putting out a full release, or are you going to just put out some more singles?
We've been working on like putting out some full release. That's actually one of the things that like we've been really kind of pushing towards, because like a fair number of our stuff that we had always had a lot of our old lineup on it, and we really wanted to kind of give people the full sound that we have now, that we've been putting together now. So the big goal has been to put out a big release of a lot of the music that we have, and we are just constantly hammering away at new music. Every time we've gotten together, I mean, we've gotten new gear, new stuff that we kind of just mess around with. And every time we come together and mess around with it, it's like we find this whole new thing to add to it. And it doesn't get rid of the stuff that we've already put together. It doesn't get rid of the sound that we've already established. If anything else, it just kind of gives us a new way to go with our next song. So,
yeah, we've actually got a studio day this Saturday to try to finish up this current set of stuff for an album. That way we can start moving forward, writing new material.
Yeah.
That's kind of our plan right now. But yeah, we're hoping to actually finish up our recording hopefully this Saturday. We might have to do another day or whatever, just however it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're trying to finish that record up, man. We're ready to do that and start writing some new material for sure. For sure.
Especially too with the way that we write songs, where it's like it's very story-esque. Like a lot of the songs, we don't just go from like, okay, this song is about this, and then this song is about that, and then the next song is about something else entirely. We do try to like stick to a pretty general theme, and usually it's like if a song we have doesn't fit the theme, we don't really get rid of it. We just kind of throw it on the back burner and like, well, that's the next thing we're going to be working on, so it'll fit there.
Right on. So, I mean, you guys have a lot of songs in the back burner.
Yeah, I mean, we have had a lot that we've worked on. I know, especially too, right before we had like a lot of our lineup changes, we were constantly hammering out some new stuff here and there, and just trying to put it together. We're like, okay, well, this is kind of the theme we're going for, but we'll hold on to that song because it'll fit for something else that we know we want to work with.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like Sam will come up with something real cool and he'll post it in our chat, like a riff or something. He'll post it in our chat. We'll listen to it at the house or whatever and work on it at the house. And then whenever we get together for practice, we're like, hey man, you remember that one thing you did? What if we did this? Or what about this kind of idea? Or it kind of gives me a sound like this. We should write about this. We do that a lot. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is Dimu.
I think all our cats are coming here. I got mine coming up here.
Yeah, Dimu always jumps up at some point during the show. I have another cat. She leaves me alone when I'm doing this. For some reason, this cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cat-like.
Oh yeah.
There we go. We got all of our cats. Yeah, look at
man.
that.
Trust me, we have a lot of critters in this house.
Yeah.
A lot of critters.
Back here.
Yeah, man.
There's a veterinary hospital down the street from me called Critter Fixer.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm like, that's only in the South. Can you see some shit like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and understand what it means.
Yeah, Critter Fixer. No, people that have to move here from other places are like, "What's a Critter Fixer?"
Those are people that move from places, not the country.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's like Texas, Houston is a big city, but I mean, Texas. You guys probably know Texas is kind of weird. We're still kind of southern. We're still kind of western, but we're still our own thing.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I spent a lot of my childhood around San Antonio and Houston. I got family down there, so like I'm well versed in Shipley's.
There is a Shipley's literally right around the corner from my house. It's terrible. Yeah. It's terrible.
Like I remember watching the floods.
It's donuts. It's the best donuts. For those of you that don't
really
know,
are, for real. It's like it might contend with Krispy Kreme. Pretty heavy.
Oh, dude, it's way better than Krispy Kreme. So
that's the problem.
Houston is so
pirate.
Houston is so big. Houston is so big. We have all of them. We have all the donut chains here. We have, but Shipley's is king. Shipley's without a doubt is king. But there's Krispy Kreme not too far from here. There's a freaking Dunkin' Donuts are starting to pop up more and more. There's there's these mom and pop like little donut places. like a lot of we have a lot of Vietnamese people in Houston, so there are a lot of Vietnamese owned donut places with their own individual name. It's just unbelievable. And then I have a friend that's a manager of donut shop called Hugs and Donuts, and it's like a high end donut place. So they actually have my my sticker on their door.
That's awesome, man.
amazing.
That's awesome.
So I need to get back with them about doing. Sometimes I do some foodie videos, and they don't really do that well when it comes to viewership, but they're still fun to do.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, man.
So,
That's like whenever we can go out and start touring again. That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom. Yeah.
yes, we are talking about donuts.
Yep.
We're some chubby dudes talking about donuts.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah! For real.
Yeah, Tunky.
I'm seeing everybody out here too. It's been pretty wild. It is really wild.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh man, I've not seen that name in so long.
People coming out the woodwork to support you guys.
What is it?
Can you eat some donuts or playing Dungeons and Dragons?
I would absolutely.
We-
D&D.
If work tomorrow, there's a good chance we would probably be rolling that.
I'm always ready to roll dice.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome for the lap cats.
Notes.
Cats are always welcome on the show. Cats and donut talk.
Y'all are lucky I didn't try to bring the guinea pigs on this show.
Yeah.
So Tunky loves donuts.
Right.
So we should name this Metal and Donuts.
Metal and Donuts.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
No, that's well.
I don't know what this is. Tutors? Is that
So
Okay.
Sam, I don't think we've ever told you the story about this, but me and Justin know this one very thoroughly.
Oh yeah.
So we're from West Virginia.
Yeah. We're
Originally, like I grew up in Boone County. So before you ask, yes, I didn't know the Boone County Ninja personally. I have seen him a few times, and he is exactly what he is in the videos.
Yeah.
I've not seen this video. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh man.
Listen. But back home in West Virginia, there's this chain of like biscuit like restaurants. It's called Tudor's Biscuit World, and they serve other stuff like hash browns and all that, sandwiches. You go for the biscuits.
Okay.
And these just drop biscuits. They're like about this big around. Massive.
Oh wow. Okay.
And they serve like sausage, cheese, egg, the normal stuff you would put in a biscuit, like apple butter, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when they do the bacon part of it, that's really what you want to go for. They don't like put those two little like bookmark strips like most restaurants do. They do like a handful of that thick slice stuff and just kind of cram it into it, and then put like a slice of that cheese on there, or like you can get that like melted cheese, like that melted cheese you get in the gas stations on it.
Oh
Yeah, this is like the best hangover cure I've ever seen too.
The like pump nacho cheese.
Yeah, like the pump. Well, it's kind of like pump nacho cheese.
It is. I mean, it's an institution. It's kind of like the place you were talking about, the donut place, but this is like a breakfast sandwich place. And they do other stuff, but
you go for the biscuits. And then normally back home they have like a pizza place attached to it that's also a West Virginia chain called Geno's. We just actually got a Tudor's out here in Lexington. People in Kentucky lost their minds over it. They don't have them. Like the closest one to us is in Grayson, which is like
it's like a 45-minute to an hour.
Yeah, it's like an hour drive, and it's like
sounds like it's worth it.
Virginia.
Yeah,
but like
I've done it. I have drove. I've gone just to go get a biscuit.
No shame. No shame in it.
I really want. So these are like buttermilk biscuits, like big, like.
Yes, sir.
It's like that.
Yes, sir.
I went to a place in Dallas about a year ago that was like a biscuit place, but it was like it was kind of like a high end biscuit place. Like it was kind of fancy, but it was delicious, man.
It's an art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an art. That is something that
it's a mamaw's art too. Like no one makes them like mamaw.
Nope.
With like me and my girlfriend at the time spent like $50 on biscuits.
We'll have to find a way to get some Tudors down there.
Yeah. Ship it.
We'll like smuggle it down.
There's
in Texas.
Well, there's this thing like called Gold Belly that ships food all over the country, but man, it's freaking expensive for the shipping, and the quality's never the same. So it's like it's. I'm not even like a fan of getting stuff mailed like that. It's like I'll just remind me next time I'm up there. I haven't hung out in Kentucky a lot, honestly, but Full Terror Assault Open Air is in Southern Illinois. It's in Cave in Rock, Illinois. It's right across the river from. It's close to Paducah.
Okay.
So it's across the river from there. I actually drove through Kentucky last year to get there. I took a little ferry to get across the Kentucky River. It was pretty sweet.
There's a couple ferries and stuff around. There's one right down the road from us right now. There's a couple of them still operable.
It was small, bro. It was like I was scared.
Just a little sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a ferry, I think it is. Yeah, it's not the most stable looking thing.
Oh, yeah. Teresa's like, high end biscuits. Like, it's Dallas. It's Dallas. Dallas is like they're still southern as hell, but they still want to make everything high end and classy. They call it Cowboy Cadillac. Cowboy Cadillac. So you see the Cadillacs with the Longhorns on the front. That would be something you'd see in Dallas or Fort Worth even more than anywhere else.
Yeah.
So
back home, no problem.
if you ever end up in Louisville, Bougie Biscuit is the best.
Hey Corey, what's up?
What's up, Corey?
I mean, the Bougie Biscuits are okay, but this Tudor's place sounds even better.
Telling you,
listen.
$50 worth of biscuits at Tudor's.
We'll get you around biscuits.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not just well made. They're actually like dirt cheap too. Like this massive biscuit's like $3, which is about par for the course for most fast food, but it's pretty cheap in comparison.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I mean, a biscuit, it's just dough and butter and milk. That's it.
And love.
And
love.
I don't want too much love pumped into my biscuits. Yeah.
With either gravy, bacon, sausage, or all three.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ethan says, I can't listen. I'm in a meeting, but I'm a huge support of my dudes. But
what's up,
Ethan?
The cool thing about this, Ethan, is you can this will be on YouTube forever. So you can always go back and watch it on there.
People miss the sword fight, but they saw me get to stab you with the cocktail sword, so that's the betrayal. We're over here acting foolish backstage, hitting each other with cocktail swords. We got a metric ton of them over here.
Just sitting here poking each other like idiots.
So this is your friend Kelsey. Kelsey says, the place where you adopted me and became my mama bear. Now Dom is my papa bear. What's that about?
So Kelsey is a very, very close friend of my wife's.
Okay.
And the place that she's talking about when she mentioned that Rax is it's once again, it's a little restaurant down in Harlan. It used to be, it's like Arby's basically, but like better.
Yeah.
And it used to be a really big chain.
When I get really depressed, I eat at Arby's because I'm like, life is. Have you ever seen Nihilist Arby's on Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, life is meaningless. I might as well eat at Arby's.
Whenever I'm having a moment, I'll just stroll through that a little bit, and I'm like, okay, things are good. We're good.
Yeah, it's like Arby's. It was a massive chain, and then for some reason they all disappeared except for the one that still exists in Harlan, Kentucky. So that was pretty wild. Like I remember telling my dad over the phone that I was eating at Rax, and he's like, "There's still Rax? I thought they were all gone."
Yeah.
I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You probably don't remember this. This is a little before your time, but those used to be everywhere."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm pretty sure you're in the very last one that exists." But it's like a really big place to eat out in Harlan, and it's really good. I love it. Every time we go, I usually tear it up.
Got Lex says can confirm Tudor's is the best.
Yeah.
So now I really wanna go eat some biscuits in Kentucky, man.
Yeah, man, you have to come.
You gotta go to West Virginia to get. I don't know. It's pretty good out here, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little closer too.
Yeah,
it's a little closer.
Baron and Baroness.
My aunt and uncle. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
What's up, Aunt Don, Uncle Mike?
Uh,
I call them the Baron and Baroness.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, guys. It's they said it's the last one because it was the first one. Kelsey says.
Oh.
yeah.
So I guess they opened the restaurant and then they expanded, and the expansion didn't do so well, so they contracted back to their.
You've got a lot of that in this area, and especially in like Appalachia and stuff. You've got a lot of that. You know.
Appalachia actually has like a lot of like groundbreaking stuff. It's just we're not really known for it, and so that's kind of one of the things that, like, for us being a band from Kentucky and like getting out there and getting the exposure, it's kind of helping us, in a way that like we like to give back, because
expose people to the culture that we were raised in and be like, hey, it's actually not a lot of the stereotypes and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There is some of that, but also, like, man, I'm proud to be from Appalachia. I'm a metalhead, and I'm from, the hills, and that's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
West Virginia strong, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, metal is everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is a worldwide show. I've talked to people from all over the world, and I've been through Kentucky. I've been through all this. I have not been to West Virginia. I've gone around West Virginia a few times.
Honestly, dude, if you've ever been on the roads, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just been one of those things. I'm going one place or another.
Yeah.
I see there's like a festival in West Virginia, like in August. It's like Metal in the Woods or something like that.
Yeah, it's up in I think it's up in the northern part of the state.
Well, is it because there's like a mountains of metal up there now too. You know that?
Yeah. It's becoming more popular. Appalachian metal is becoming a thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
It got big like in the early 2000s with Byzantine, because they got really big. Like Ojeda and the rest of those guys from Byzantine, they got huge, and then they all have families, and so kind of following the way that we're raised from back home, family's kind of the important thing, and so they just kind of step back from the big scene to kind of focus on family and take care of their own. And then now they're still doing stuff. Actually, I think they just came out with some new stuff recently. I know they played a few gigs recently too. So I mean, they're like, that's kind of the thing about like Appalachia in general, is there's like a lot of hidden gems out there. It's just so hard finding them, and especially too when they get big. I mean, we had Byzantine, we had Karma to Burn. Those guys got really big.
Karma to Burn, yeah.
I think it was we got Zero Dark 30. They've gotten pretty good. And I used to know a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, like we have a lot of bands that get big, but they get big in the scene, not so much in like the national or international, I guess, scope, or the mainstream scope. And so people just kind of write it off. But then when you look at it, like, you've got all these really big artists that come up out of there, or these, big time celebrities, and it just, people see them and like, wait a minute, this person's from West Virginia.
Yeah.
Like the guy that voiced Chucky forever and a day was from Huntington, and not a lot more to think about that.
Well, this is that leads me into this comment that your friend Corwin said. These guys are brilliant. Dom should voice act. Dude's voice is like milk chocolate poured over waffles eaten off a grizzly bear.
That sounds like an Old Spice commercial.
Oh God! You want your man to smell like the mountains.
That's something you want to put on like your headstone or something.
That is, yeah. I'm getting that like etched on the front of my amp,
or at least in your album liner notes somewhere.
There you go.
We'll try to fix that lyric somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There we
put
go.
it into something.
Lord.
That's awesome, Corwin. Thanks for that.
Yeah. We'll make sure Corey gets a songwriting credit.
Man. Thanks, Corey.
Yeah, what's up, Corey Wolf? It's good to see you, brother.
Oh, Amanda's watching.
Everybody really
that was funny. Right on. Yeah, like I said, Eric and Amanda are big fans of you guys, and want to see what you guys are doing. And I know you guys have like a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
That has honestly really blown our minds. Like, when we put that up, I expected it to kind of pick up a little bit. I didn't know how quickly it would pick up.
Yeah.
Even among the strong support we had, I did not have any idea how quickly that would rise as much as we have.
when we sat down and talked about it, it was with the anticipation of we'll set a goal with the intention of not meeting that goal, but of setting some, the expenses of actually legitimately starting a band. The business aspect of it is such an upfront cost. To the band, and with the way things are right now, we can't go out and play shows. We can't try to generate revenue another way. So we were like, we'll do this. We'll see. Whatever we get will help us offset our own financial put into what we're doing. And then within a week, we were setting, where we needed. Where our goal was, and we were like,
Like I remember checking it at work. Like I was on my break or something. I was like running back into the office, and I looked at it, and I was like, is this right?
And I remember where my fiance, she does, massage therapy, legit. So get your mind out of the gutters, folks. But
I have several friends that are legitimate massage therapists.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. So.
And she's right in the background. Yeah. So, but anyway, it was like one time, and she handed me, $100. Oh, this is from the clients who wants to put this to the GoFundMe. Like,
there are people out there that are really supporting music. They want to support music.
Best client.
Yeah.
So it was really awesome to kind of see that turnout from people. Friends, family, people that I used to play music with in high school that were just like, hey, we love what you're doing. We're glad to see you out here playing, and we want to support this. We want to support the metal dreams that we had when we were in high school and that kind of thing. I mean, it's awesome. It was awesome. Really, really, really kind of pushed us to make sure that we do the best we can. For these people who believe in us. That's been great.
So Meredith is asking if you guys are thinking about doing like a live stream concert.
We'd love to.
Yeah, we would love to do one. We did one. We've been just so busy with other stuff, because we all have, literally everybody in the band has 9-to-5 jobs, and my scheduling for it and John's scheduling for it is so difficult because I work in retail, and so I may not always have weekends off, especially with weekends because of what I do, and so it's so crazy getting the chance to do it, and we've been wanting to go back and do another live stream show or an online concert. It was wild.
Well, and that's honestly part of the GoFundMe we had was, part of that money was going to go towards buying the equipment to be able to do that. Getting all the microphones and all the setup that we would need. That way we can, even if we can't see you guys face to face, we can still be out there playing shows and, giving to our fans and stuff, what they deserve, what we want to do, which is, rock out with them.
Because this pandemic stuff was rough on us, but the cool thing about this, and I think you and me have talked about this because we hang out doing that all the time anyways. We talked about the fact that this has given so many artists new avenues to explore, not necessarily out of just innovation, but out of necessity. But they say necessity is the mother of invention anyways.
Right.
And so we've just tried to figure out so much to work towards of we have to get our music out. We can't do, this many live shows, or we can't do this or that. And there for a while, it's we're just trying to figure out what shows we can do, where we can do them, how we can do them. Because especially with the nature of heavy metal, where it's, music's emotional, but heavy metal, it's when you get into a crowd, it gets unstable, it gets wild.
It's give and take. It's give and take. You give the sound and you take from the people their energy, and it just kind of it's a level of escalation. You want that. You got to get a feed off of that.
And having shows where you're doing that to the camera of a computer is tough. But at the same time, I think for a lot of musicians, having that chance to get out there really gives you that essence of it a little bit back. You at least get the music out. And realistically too, as a band, even though we are a band, we also have that business aspect where we make a product for people, which is our music.
And we want those people to have that.
And we want those people to share that.
Yeah, I think one thing about like live streaming, it kind of removes like those gatekeepers. You're not at the mercy of a rather overly frugal bar owner or promoter. It's all you.
Yeah, that is kind of the bonus. Is that
You
we
are
don't have
doing
to
it
worry about.
100% by you for your fans.
Yeah,
We don't have to worry about like shady bar owners or shady promoters.
And there are people that would love to go to shows but are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whether that's agoraphobia or whatever. Some people are really uncomfortable in that kind of environment.
Absolutely.
We can play a show for them,
yeah.
and they can experience the music, and that's awesome.
And
that's pretty good because
really
I mean, the sad thing, I've seen this before several times. When there's a metal show and something or another goes wrong, it's usually the band that kind of gets the flack for it.
Right.
And like it sucks in the sense that like when you have with a lot of these shows, you have your sound guys, you have your guys working the stage, working behind the scenes for at least bigger shows. Smaller bar shows, you don't really see that as much, but like bigger venues and bigger shows, you've got your sound techs, you've got your light techs, you've got your your stage hands, you've got all these people that are working in tandem, and it makes it a little easier on the performer that you don't have to worry about all this stuff. But I mean, it's rough on those people, but at the same time, like you as the performer kind of are gearing yourself towards it. You're gearing towards what kind of show you want to put on with the space that you have available, and that's kind of where it's where it's been a bonus. Or even like as Kelsey said in comments, parents that never have babysitters. Yeah, that's kind of another good thing too. Is like people who don't have that opportunity to get out and go to a live show.
Whether it's you've got youngins or you don't have a way to get to the show, or the band that you want to listen to is across the country.
Yeah.
A way to be able to listen to them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I know, like the Black Dahlia murder, they did it wasn't a live show, but it was a pre-recorded concert basically, and I've seen a few bands do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got friends overseas that are excited for us to do live shows because they live in some pretty pretty isolated musically areas or places that they don't like get to see us very often, and especially with everything going on, like they may not have the chance to come out here or us have the chance to come out to them right now, and so we had that opportunity to bring that music to them, and we do have fans in other places. We do have fans that won't have an opportunity anytime soon to fly out here or make the drive from say like Canada. So this gives us a chance to reach them and be like, oh yeah, we understand y'all are still over there and we love having you all over there, so we can still get music out to y'all.
Yeah, man, you guys should get with like someone who does some video production stuff.
Definitely.
And put something out there. Get some videos going, because I looked on YouTube for you guys and all I saw were Harry Potter gay fan fiction.
Yeah, we well as far as that goes, we have nothing to do with that.
Sure. Hey man, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. We all like what we like.
We've actually shot the idea around of doing some videos actually, and I mean, like, once again, an obstacle to tackle is kind of what we can do now.
Yeah.
Because of everything going on, we have to figure out, what are we allowed to work with? Who can we work with? Who's willing to work for what we can offer?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we've been kind of exploring the avenues a little bit and kind of talking to some people that we've met along the way who were like, hey, I would, love to work with you on this. Like, we've got a buddy of mine out in Kazakhstan, Ilyas Otan, who he does videography out there, and he's like, I've got these clips I've worked with. I would love to send it to you with some of your music. I want to make a music video for you, even though you're, thousands of miles away.
Well, why haven't you done it, man?
That's what I'm talking to him about now, actually.
They're works in progress.
Yeah.
We're definitely in a work in progress sort of situation with a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of brings us back to the whole collaboration aspect, because we can now work with, some actual graphic artists, some illustrators, and I'm starting to see, more bands, kind of go for some like, animation.
Well, the thing about that,
Oh.
Colroy, is it probably won't be suitable for the internet if it's got porn in it.
Definitely not.
Harry Potter guy porn.
Lord have mercy.
No, I'd love to see. Yeah, that's definitely something you could do is take your existing music and put something together with that. I know some of my buddies do some of that stuff, just like fan created. Like there's this band Frozen Soul I had on a few weeks ago. They're from Dallas and they're on Century Media Records. And my buddy Guillermo, he's in another band called Forebode, which I've had on before, and they're in Austin. And he did a fan video for Frozen Soul. He took one of their songs and took some video clips from different movies and put it together, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw where Heather asked, "Did maybe the idea of an online stream is easier to do now the holidays or whatever?" Honestly, that probabit would make it easier.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
like literally, given the fields that all of us work in, it.
Oh!
Let me go fix this.
It's the holidays we've always kind of taken off as a band. We've kind of just been like, we're not going to try to push because people got lives,
Yeah.
And I think now that we're out of that and we're starting to roll. This week alone, we've got, our interview here. We're recording on Saturday. We're hitting 2021 hard. And I hope we can kind of keep that going for sure.
Yeah, for real.
Did you get it?
I hope.
Is it going to be all right?
Probably not.
I'll get some nails.
Yeah, I know. Just stab one of these arrows through it.
Yeah.
So I see Teresa's Facebook profile picture says all my memories gather around here, and it's a West Virginia.
Yep.
West Virginia logo.
Yep, that's Country Roads, correct, sir?
Country Roads.
The anthem of the state.
Yep.
The anthem of the state.
There we go. From Wolfstar to Poltergeists.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what happened there. You had a poltergeist pull the curtain. We could see who was pulling the strings behind the curtain back there.
If that was the strangest thing that has happened to us, I'm just not even gonna lie. That's not the weirdest thing that would have happened to us.
Yeah.
Hello, Sid. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Sid, what's up?
That's cool, man.
I can get my girlfriend to stage your place there, Matt.
Oh, trust me, it don't want none.
All right.
He just won't come say hi. That's all.
No,
Have you guys ever done any John Denver is a god.
Right. Man,
Hashtag John Denver is a god.
Amazing.
Look, anybody that's willing to like school Tipper Gore on where they're wrong in Congress, to me, that's pretty much where it sits.
Yeah, him and D. Snyder, pretty much.
Yeah, it was like it made the perfect almost like the 1-2 punch because they were just so surprised. First, when D. Snyder came out, he was very articulate, made a good point, and then here comes John Denver and all those others. Oh, he's going to be on our side, but no, he actually went against the university as well.
I love it. That one cracked me up.
Yeah.
Tipper
Gore was out of her league, man.
For real.
And it's just kind of funny, yeah.
So would you guys do a metal version of Country Roads?
We can do it.
I'm making the decision. We are.
Oh, okay.
There we go. There we go.
I was actually thinking Fleetwood Mac's So Afraid.
Tempting.
Well, it was just this weekend where I was watching a Stevie Nicks documentary.
Listen, my dad loves Samantha.
Oh, God.
Oh, I love it.
Well, he's got the Buddha belly going on.
Yeah.
And so it begins.
Here we are.
I mean, there are plenty of people that do like heavy metal covers of. You know how many of Billie Eilish heavy metal covers I've seen for her new song?
Yeah,
so I'm sure there's some that are out there, but none from actual. I'm sure none of the heavy metal version of Country Roads are actually people from that area.
Yeah.
So you guys could shoot video of some like some dead, some dead raccoons on the side of the road, and what kind of stuff, what kind if I drove down a country road in West Virginia, aside from the mountaintops that have been blown off for coal, and the trees that have been torn down for lumber, what else would I see along the country roads in West Virginia?
First off, what kind of car are you driving? This is the next question.
I drive a Honda Civic.
Okay.
You'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
Okay. Why is that?
The car, on the other hand, probably not.
Was the potholes are terrible?
Honestly, like potholes are pretty bad, but like there are some hollers like near where I grew up that just didn't have a road. Like there was dirt. That was about it.
Okay.
Actually,
I actually tried to go down a dirt road in Oklahoma this summer, and it wasn't happening. No, I was like, no, because it was, they get bumpy.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, this car doesn't have the clearance. It just isn't right. So
there are actually roads, dirt roads, mind you, where I'm from, that literally take like this kind of a grade to them.
Yeah.
And you have to go up that. In the winter, it's a pain in the ass. First off, pardon my French. That's
fine.
But anyway,
that's fine.
That's when you go up some hollers, depending on the holler you go up, it can vary. And Jesus on Sunday. Dirt roads take me home.
Shane, what's up, Shane?
What's up, Shane?
So why so many dirt roads, man?
It's honestly, man, it's because honestly the road infrastructure can be kind of hectic.
You're talking about I think it's the only state. It's the only state that is 100% covered by mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's in Appalachia. Everywhere that you're going, typically is a place where people have
lived for generations, and no one's
literally built the road to get in there and live.
Like that's kind of one of the things about Appalachia is that there's like I used to joke as a kid and be like, oh yeah, places where I'm from didn't get internet until I was out of high school. I know people who still don't have internet access, and I'm 30 in 2020. But the thing about it is like
2021. It's 2021 now.
2021. But like it's isolation's a big thing out there, and it's just because as it was kind of founded, it was literally called the wilderness for the longest time. And it was exactly that. Like there are people out there who just are way away from everything. They have no connections to the outside world, and they're happy with it. And I mean, I've been around those kinds of people. It ain't a bad way of living.
In the same way, in like a dense urban environment, you can find anonymity in like the amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is the same feeling, but with no people.
Yeah, like literally no one. Yeah, Lord, asking about Google Fiber.
Oh man,
like it's exactly that. Like you'll have a lot of dirt roads out in Appalachia because it's just no one knows that area is out there, or they know not to go up there.
It's a place that people forgot, and a place that a lot of people moved away from to pursue their jobs or whatever, because their jobs are not there.
Like putting that up, that's pretty much the way it is. I remember I was like a kid, I was delivering papers for a buddy of mine, and I went way up this holler where one family lived, and that was the only people that lived out there. Was just this one family, and if you went out there and you were not them, you were in the wrong part of town. And they pretty much were like eyeballing me the whole time, and had I not left there, I probably could have died at age 12. Like every one of those folks were just, it was literally at the edge of the road out in the mountains.
Was it like a hills have eyes kind of situation?
I mean, you have that, and the thing about it is kind of the image that some people get. But like you go to a lot of these hollers, and it's just people who just living life, doing their thing.
For those that don't know, what exactly is a holler?
It's okay. The actual spelling is hollow, but the word is holler. It's just an off branch of a road where you have a bunch of houses, and it's just where like literally people hundreds of years ago came out and were like, "This looks nice enough. house.
Typically, it'll follow the floodplain of like a creek or a
Yeah.
stream or a river. You know, especially in the areas, in the mountainous areas, that's the only place you can really build.
Yeah, because you got to have
in
you gotta
those
have water.
floodplain areas, and so you that it will generally follow that, and that's why all those roads are so curvy and crazy, because it follows the natural
river.
course of a river or a
Yeah.
stream. You know.
Hmm.
That's the holler is.
Yeah, that's
You know,
all.
you would think they would have done that in Houston, but here they just plopped concrete on top of everything, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
every time it rains, everything gets flooded.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. It's fairly unique to a certain few areas, but it's most prevalent in Appalachia, and it's just because literally, like, it's survival. I mean, it is literally just generations based survival when you head out there. Like, you can really see. I mean, I've known people who literally, like, back in my hometown, even, who didn't mess around with money. They came from music to geography lesson. Hell yeah.
Well, that's the thing. This is a heavy metal travel show, so right now travel is kind of at a standstill, and so I can't go to Kentucky or West Virginia to meet Wolfstar. So and they're not coming down here on tour, so I have them on the show, and I definitely want to know about the hollers and the biscuits.
Well,
And,
thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
You know, I think the way that I would sum up Appalachia is it is a place that's kind of out of time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is behind in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that is kind of the beauty of it.
Yeah.
And
ahead in a lot of ways too.
Okay.
yeah,
So
there's
Shane says, in betwixt two mountains or ridges.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, you've got your river valleys and stuff that run in between your mountains, and those what you would consider a ravine or whatever that comes in between those mountain ranges and stuff, and that would be where your holler is, because it's the easiest way to get in and out of.
I mean, you're not wrong though. Like, to be fair.
How you doing, Mike?
You go to Boston, and all the roads in Boston are wonky and don't make any sense because they were all horse paths.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of that is the way a lot of it around here is laid out too. I mean, it's all built around these old roads that then people build on top of and built on top of and built on top of, and it's kind of like relics of the past. And I think that's a good way of looking at Appalachia. Is there's so much of the old that's tied into the new, that carrying on of traditions and stuff.
You want a good image too of West Virginia historically. Look up West Virginia Cold Wars and Bloody Harlan. Those right there, pretty much a good part of the history of the state.
Yeah,
weren't the Hatfields and McCoys from West Virginia, or they were from Kentucky?
Actually, from both.
Both.
Yeah, like Hatfields were more prevalent in West Virginia, and then Kentucky was more prevalent in McCoys.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I had the chance once to meet a McCoy woman who had Devil Anse Hatfield's long rifle, and that blew my mind. Like, I was sitting there like, what? I'm actually getting to hold something that like is a huge part of my home state's history.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, if you love outdoors and that kind of thing,
it
cannot be beat.
Mm-mm.
I love nature. I love nature.
Whitewater rafting, fishing, hunting, tons and tons and tons of trails to hike.
Yeah.
So, dude, guys, if things end up the way I think they're going to end up, I might end up there and visit you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Come on up. We'll go. We'll go eat biscuits.
We'll take you on a tour of the hollers. Don't worry,
man.
Nice.
Get you that good shine.
Yeah.
So somebody asked if you were gonna fuse a couple of songs together. Would you do that?
Honestly, I'd be down for it. I mean, then again, I'm pretty chill with just about any experimentation with music, really.
Yeah. We've all got kind of diverse backgrounds before we were in this band. Like, you know, we've all either played in other bands or you know, played music in high school, or and also have diverse tastes in music. So I mean, we're down for whatever.
Yeah.
Look at this. Your parents are offering to let me stay with them.
That's that Appalachian hospitality, man.
Well, thank you, guys. Don't be shocked if I take you up on it.
Couldn't ask for better people.
Yeah, I'll tell you more about it off the air. But
but
Don wants to know if you guys are going to do any acoustic singing tonight.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. I would love to say yeah, but no.
Nah.
No, there we go.
I make Bob Dylan sound like a choir of angels.
Yeah.
Cool.
There is the Appalachian History Museum up in Williamsburg.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I like to go to museums.
A real good Appalachian place, aside from the hunting, I would never say Wise County, Virginia. That place is about as Appalachian as you can get.
Yeah, Wise County's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
Don set me straight. West Virginia isn't all of West Virginia isn't cold. We have awesome agriculture, world-renowned physicists.
Yes, actually, weirdly enough, those are two things.
Nice.
Well, everybody's got stereotypes. Everybody thinks of Texas, they think of cattle, cowboys.
Yeah.
And that's not.
Yeah,
that ain't true.
No.
That's a part of it.
It's part of it.
Its history. But, we all have stereotypes,
Fantastic musicians. Hell yeah.
There you go.
Hell yeah. But yeah, like doing some kind of like mashup with some music. I mean, I'm always down for it because, like Justin said, we all came from different backgrounds. I mean, Sam honestly has been in the music scene here longer than both of us. He knows it in and out. And for us, we're like Justin here is classically trained.
Cool.
I've worked in hip hop and done all kinds of stuff in the past. So it's like literally we came to this like what all do we want to do with this? And let's just do it.
Nice.
Because I mean, Sam definitely knows his way with his music. He's well versed in it. Justin came from a lot of backgrounds. I came from a lot of backgrounds. We've tried different stuff. We've done all kinds of crazy things with music. I've even, gone as far as learning, throat singing. And I did that before I was in the band, though. So it was kind of
like Mongolian throat singing.
Yeah,
actually.
Nice. That's not easy to do, dude. So I give you credit, big time credit for that. I
started learning it, and it just anymore now it starts to get easier, but it takes a lot of learning to do, and you also learn the different styles depending on where it's at. So like Mongolia is different from like Kazakhstan or Kyrgyzstan. Like all of them have their own different flavors, and it's tough getting it.
She talks weird too.
I'm sorry I say cool or weird. Never making fun of me for it out here.
That's funny. Throat singing is a true art.
Yes, it is.
Some great moonshine. I don't drink alcohol anymore, but I've heard
Mad respect, man. Mad respect.
There was something. So kind of going back around, Brittany's surprised we didn't mention Jolly Pirate.
I mentioned Jolly Pirate. I mentioned Jolly Pirate in passing.
Yeah,
in passing.
Jolly Pirate donuts.
Huntington Jolly Pirate, though, man, it's interesting. It's the best place to get donuts or gyros.
Yeah, you want donuts or do you want awesome Mediterranean food?
Yeah.
Well, can I get a donut stuffed with gyro meat?
You probably could.
I mean, you can order some gyro meat and a donut.
And
now I got to do that.
But listen,
I mean, you just got the sweet and savory put together, man. Got it. You just dip it in the tzatziki.
Yeah.
There you go.
It might not be great. I don't know.
If you want some great Mediterranean food in West Virginia, Jolly Pirate Donuts is the place to go because, like, the one in Huntington was owned by a Greek family.
Yeah.
And you have so many like people out there who are from like there's actually a Greek festival in there. There's a lot of Italians out there. Case in point, my family was from there. You got a lot of like oddly enough, you have a lot of Iranian people too.
Yeah.
One dude hiding in Dom's throat. Shane, listen.
They want to hear you do some throat singing, dude.
Oh hell. Just give me that water real quick. I'm gonna need it here in a second.
Making me get up.
Oh, you're fine. You're okay. Sassy riches.
Yep.
Lord of mercy. I swear. No, him my Nicky Cage cup. Dang it.
You said you wanted water.
There's water in the Nicky Cage cup. You are just fine. Hand me that. Thank you.
There you go, hateful.
Listen, I ain't had enough of your sass.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
That's about the best I can do right now, to be honest with you.
We've actually got a couple songs that we're adding that into as kind of like little pieces at the beginning or the ending.
Yeah, because I think that's one of the things we were kind of working on a little bit, and we're probably going to get back to was like some kind of like a ballad, because we want to make a good send off to Nature GB of Tinger Cavalry, and that means a whole lot to I think Matt and Justin there, because they're big fans of.
Yeah, he was really cool, man. And honestly, like when he went out a couple years ago, it weighed heavy on me. Like I had the chance to meet the guy a couple of times, and he actually was living down in Texas too. Right before he died, he moved from Mongolia out to Texas, and then brought like his music out there and and he started a label out there, and he started bringing bands from like Kazakhstan and Mongolia and all that. Because out that way, exposure for heavy metal is difficult. Like just the politics involved with making music out there is tough,
right?
Especially for all those guys making metal bands where they blend their folk music with heavy metal, and so
which is a huge folk metal is such a huge influence for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
and so when he died, that was definitely a big loss to music, honestly. Like he was one of the first, like Tinker Cap was one of the first metal bands to play
sound.
Yeah,
playing in Carnegie Hall, getting to see those guys play in Carnegie Hall. That was
on Christmas and all this too. Like it was intense. But honestly, though, he opened the door for a lot of like big acts to kind of come through. I mean, he brought a lot of musicians out, and he opened the door for a lot of acts from that region to really kind of get exposure. Like before, like the Who started getting big and all that with their music, these guys were like pushing it. And I mean, they did a lot of really good shows, even for the small shows they did.
Yeah, I mean, you could see those bands play like small venues here in the United States, and then you'll see them play like the big stage at Vakken in front of 80,000 people, and it's something else.
It did not matter where they played as long as they got to play. That's all that really mattered to them.
Yeah.
Like actually one of one of their last shows they did up at Green Lantern out here in Lexington, I got a chance to hang out with them, and I mean their last lineup, those guys were all really cool to hang with. Pat Riley, Greg Baker, Randy Tesser, all those guys that were playing with them at the time. I mean, those guys were a real treat to hang with. I mean, honestly, too, it was just very chill, just hanging there leading up to the show. We were all sitting around. They were just playing music just for people hanging out there who hadn't even like really come in to watch the show yet.
Yeah.
So
awesome, guys. Well, we've gone, a little longer than I typically go because you guys are awesome. You guys had a lot of people.
Appreciate that.
So I'll go ahead and end this. I still chat for a little bit after I end the broadcast, but
for sure.
Let me move the stuff around.
All right.
I'm gonna put this around. So real quick before I let you guys go, anything else you want to tell? You want to tell people that we're watching?
Yeah, support live music. Right now, we need it more than ever. Without the shows, it's hard enough. And having the backbone that we've had, any band has, any musician has, y'all don't understand how much it means to us to see you all supporting us and keeping us going. And if it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, I want to say thank you all. This is a dream of mine, and it's a dream of all of ours that we're getting to do this, that we're getting to sit here and hang out with you and talk about like biscuits and metal and home and all that. It's wild. It is surreal, and I am humbled, and it's because of the people that are showing up here, man. Like that's what it's all about. So I want to say thank you. It's amazing.
Yeah, I cannot thank these people enough. I think they're the reasons that I think this band, and I think myself personally, have we've been keeping at it. I think especially where I've had lots of ups and downs, and I think getting with these guys and meeting all the wonderful people out here that I think they're very supportive. It really wants me to keep going.
For real. Yeah. Thank you, for real. from all of us here, thank you all for backing us up. And thank you all again. Thank you for having us on here because this has been an experience for us that it really is throwing us through a loop.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can be the there's so many subgenres of metal. You guys can be the new Biscuit Core band.
Biscuit Core.
Sold. I'm now requesting that on like every listing. Wikipedia, Wolfstar, first thing, Biscuit Core.
There you go.
I want it on there, and I don't give one care what anybody says about it.
Get a shirt that says it.
Biscuit Core.
I would totally. Yeah. Get your logo that you have with the wolf, with the knife and everything.
With a biscuit in its mouth instead?
Yes. Yes. A wolf with a biscuit in the mouth.
Talk to tutors
then again, I might start off a melodic pancake core side project.
There you go. There you go.
Symphonic flapjack.
Symphonic flapjack.
I love it.
Awesome. That's a great way. That's a great way to end things, guys. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. You guys are a lot of fun.
Our pleasure.
Thank you for having
Our
us.
pleasure.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you again, and everybody's so proud of you.
Yeah.
So you guys have some cool fans. Yeah, they'll wear it. So there you go.
Love you all for real for backing us up like this.
Yeah.
It's really been humbling.
Things are looking up. It's been hard.
Yeah.
It's been hard. Things
hard.
are looking up, and it's because of the people.
There you go, man.
Yeah, for real.
Right on. All right, guys. Well, thanks again so much.
All righty, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Don't leave. All right. All right. Let me mute you guys though. How do I do that? How do I kick them out? Just shh. Oh, there we go. Now there you go. Now you're muted. Got to put this up. Corin says much love, guys. So there you go. All right. So that was Wolfstar from Kentucky. If you were, I've got a lot of reactions on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, please give this a like and leave a comment down below if you haven't done so. Nicholas, where's the love for cornbread? There's cornbread love everywhere. Don gives the heart. So this is a great show. Wolfstar, up and coming band out of Kentucky. They got some cool things coming up. You could hear things were moving, ideas were rolling. So there'll be a lot more from them soon. And they have some videos. I'll make sure to share it on my page on Facebook for the Most Epic Adventures, and on Instagram, Most Epic Adventures, and Twitter, Most Epic Show. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe if you haven't done that so far. And like I said, leave a comment and share the YouTube video with your friends. That really helps more people see it. And the more people see it, the more people get to know about your boys in Wolfstar and Biscuit Core. If you go to liquiddeath.com and put in the code Most Epic Show, you'll get 10% off everything you order on the site. Also, I have merchandise, the Most Epic Adventures merchandise on Teespring. So you can go to buymymerch.net and purchase what I have there. I have new designs coming. My friend Dark Lighter is making some new designs. I don't know. I might beat you guys to the Biscuit Core punch on that. So maybe I'll make some Biscuit Core shirts. Or just Food Core. I'll make mine just Food Core. Hashtag Food Core. There we go. So, all right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Next week, I have scheduled 200 Stab Wounds. They are from Cleveland, Ohio. They're going to be playing Full Terror Assault open air. Hopefully I'll confirm that, and we'll have them on the show. I go live every Monday at 7 o'clock Central Time right here on all these channels with metal bands from all over the world. And throughout the week, I post different videos of my adventures when I am able to go out. Recently, I was able to go to a place called Seismic. It's a cool interactive art museum here in Houston. Very cool. Please check that out if you haven't already. And I do unboxing videos when I get the Metalhead box and horror movie boxes. I unbox those. So also, we talk about food. I go to food places every once in a while. I need to go to Hugs and Donuts soon and check those people out. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Oh, when you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll also know when I post a new video or go live. So with that being said, Guys, drink water, listen to metal, and enjoy nature. I'm Robb Zipp. Thank you so much.